Okay, that's right.
Hey, don't forget to chat in your questions while we're going through our details today, right? So this is our last video of the year. Hard to believe that the year's gone by that quickly. Let's start off though by going over our top teammates, and I'm going to start off with our Great East affiliates first. So for mortgage, Greg Curry out of the Western region had 9 closings, and Holly Gorsuch for Great East Title had 31 closings, and Tammy Blake from Great East Insurance wrote 15 policies. And then getting into our agents, Jessica Wilbank from Bangor had as our #1 commercial agent with 15 transactions for about $1.6 million. So congratulations. And our individual agents for New Hampshire and Vermont, Mediha Farag from Durham was #1. Congratulations, Mediha. And Elena Tobin from Londonderry was #2. And Karen Cannon from Bedford was #3. So congratulations to all of you. And for Maine, Peter Larichelle from Wells was #1. Les Priest from Augusta was #2. And Connie Eldridge from Naples was #3. And I think it's the first time Connie's made the top 3. So congratulations, Connie. Nice job.
Good job, guys.
Team side, Tracy Boyce team was #1 out in New Hampshire and Vermont. And Steve Burnett and Heath Taylor from the Taylor Burnett team from Sanford were #1. So congratulations, guys. Good work. So Heath, I'm glad you're keeping Steve under control. There's at least something extra in your stocking for that. So let's see. Let's do a summary real quick of some of the things we've had going on. So kind of what we planned to talk about today was, a little bit of a catch-all as we're getting towards the end of the year and kind of talk about some of the things that we've been working on through the year and some things for you to pay attention to. So first is, and I think I mentioned this in one of my videos earlier in the month, is so agent paid commissions on relocation. So commissions directly to the agents is up 34%, about $628,000. So congratulations to everybody. That's through November. And I think you guys have done a great job closing business. Jocelyn and her team have done an exceptional job getting the business for us. And we are looking for more of that to happen next year. And, that was really a desired outcome, right? Where combination of grabbing more accounts, comp plan changes, getting more people in the mix, and all that, I think has really paid off this year. And again, I think that's going to pay off more next year.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. The Spark Benefits Program, open enrollment closed on the 15th. However, you can still join the Spark program, and it has all sorts of discounts. I think it's $48 for the year.
$48 for the year, correct.
Yeah, and you get all sorts of restaurant discounts, travel discounts. There's a program in there that allows you to do due diligence on a customer if you want to get some background on them and all that. So again, that Spark program is specifically designed for independent contractors, and I would encourage you to continue to look at that. And I think there's some parts of the healthcare benefits, not the direct healthcare, but I think the 401ks and all that type of stuff, I believe, is still available for enrollment. So there's still lots there for you. So keep that in mind. Boost. So we've done about 500,000 click-throughs with the Boost program so far, and 5.2 million views on your listings. We're still only boosting about half of our listings. So again, I would encourage you, as you're starting to look at your business plan for next year, think about including that into your daily routine, even if you put it in your calendar, in your Outlook or whatever you're using, or your Gmail. It's at no cost to you, and the results really have been pretty spectacular, right? So anything that we can do that gets us 500,000 click-throughs directly to the listing agent is a pretty cool thing. Web traffic. So we were talking about what our web traffic has been since we turned on our new site. So it would have been, well, just about a year ago. And you can't see this, but Lorraine's here. So So that's up 1,000% since we turned on
That's
the
great.
site. Yeah. And Delta continues to be a really great partner for us. And along with the website traffic, and again, I think we've mentioned this, is that now each listing now is getting its own website with its own URL with the address in it, which is really critical, right, for search engine optimization. So I think that's a significant upgrade from just the YouTube video. So that's kind of my updates. I'll do a kind of some year-end numbers and 2020 forecast, but I want to turn over our video cast here to Angela, who's going to talk about Win and One.
Thank you. And I'm super excited to talk to you guys about Win and One, and really happy Lorraine's here with us too. So a few things, we're towards the end of the month, right? So one of the things you guys need to be doing is printing out all your settlement statements, because we're going to send those out with the template that we've included for them, and you're going to send that to everybody that you had to deal with this year to help them with their taxes. So you're going to give them some valuable information, right? So yeah, it's kind of a cool thing. And along with that, it gives you a really good idea to start your business planning for 2020 too, because you're going to be looking at everything that you did in 2019. Where did all that come from, right? So every time you look at a statement, look at where did that come from? Where did you get that business? So now you know where to focus your business on next year. You know where to find that business, right? So that's one of the things that we're going to be looking at. Also, do you see, I see that poll that's out there. I can't see the screen, but I hear, oh, she's turning it towards me. I can see it now. So tmgcareers.com/poll, right? So hopefully you have your cell phones with you, and you're going there, you're hitting the button that says Start Now. And we want to do some live polling with you while we're doing this so that we can get some information from you. So right now we have name a color. So just put any color in there you want. Doesn't really even have to be a color. I kind of like to choose glitter or something like that. It makes Lorraine laugh and she's happy. So
is glitter actually in the color palette?
It is in my color palette. So there we go. Oh, look, I love it, guys. Violet, plum, periwinkle. We've got some creative people out there. Super. Thank you for doing this. So what we're doing as we're going along with this, we're going to ask you a couple questions as well. So what is our first question that we have with us, Lorraine? All right, so what is your favorite thing about the holiday season? Okay, so what we're doing right now is just kind of get you used to using our polling. As we go on throughout the year, we're going to use more live polling and things. It's kind of fun to be able to do that. So as you guys are doing this, cozy. Cozy is one of my favorite words. So it's a great feeling, isn't it? So let's talk about 2020 just a little bit. So right now we have 253 members in Win and One. So I'm really excited about that. I'm even more excited about getting 300 members because Lorraine and I are going on the road. And we're super excited about that. Well, I am. I think she's terrified. But anyway, it's going to be a great time.
We have a new car.
Yeah, she has a new car.
You're fine.
It'll be great. Oh, she doesn't realize she's riding with me. I'm just going to pick her up on the way. But we're going to come to your office. We're going to draw an office out of the hat. It's a contest. And we're going to go. Lorraine will do a custom marketing program for you. I'm bringing lunch, so I've got the easy job here. But imagine walking away and having a great listing presentation, a great tool to capture those listings that you're going to need for 2020, right, for that spring market. I know I keep talking about spring market, but I really understand that spring market could really be next week, the way the market is.
Spring market's January. Right.
It really is. It's just, it's right there. So so that's kind of cool. Family is the #1 thing you all like about the holiday season. I think that's really cool. I'm hoping somehow we'll be able to show you this word.
Can they see that?
Bubble. You can see the word bubble? Yeah, that's pretty neat, isn't it? So I think that's just super cool. So what is our next question that we have for them? All right. So if you've been on the Facebook page, and if you haven't been on the Facebook page, you need to go to Facebook, Win in One, and it's the #1. Join up. Trust me, we'll say yes. We'll let you be in the group. And next year, it's going to be, we're going to start off the year about listings, right? This is going to continue through, and there's always going to be something you can pick up, right? No matter if you're a new agent that's starting out or if you're a very experienced agent, there's always going to be little things that you're going to be able to pick out of Win and One. So we're kind of really excited about that. So we're asking right now, what's the new name, right? So very cool. As well as we've got another question after that I believe is going to be, what do you want to learn? What are you interested in learning? This is the learning one. Okay, so what are you interested in learning, right? What topics might you want to see throughout the year? So we really appreciate you guys playing along with us. If you have any questions, by all means, send them in. We're happy to answer questions, and I'll turn it back over to you and your numbers.
So how are we doing with names?
That's our next question.
That's our next question.
Okay.
So this is projects. What would we like for projects? What would you like to learn? So there's a lot of responses we're getting. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, this is a cool product that Lorraine found, and we used it for the first time at our leadership meeting last week. And what'd you do? You found it at like 9 o'clock the night before or something like that? So yeah, so we're going to use this a lot so that we can get more direct feedback. And the more feedback you get and the faster we get it, the quicker our reaction time is to things that you need or market trends and things like that. And that'll be a big focus for 2020. Greater simplicity and moving faster. So let's just talk about numbers then. We good to do that now?
You get to do numbers, and then when you're done with numbers, we'll come back with name.
Come back with a poll.
Yep.
Okay. Survey says.
Survey says, right? Exactly.
So kind of this is what the year is going to look like, right? This is all through November. We'll be off in units probably about 300 year for the year over year. So we'll probably close the year around 7,100 units, maybe something like that. We'll be even for volume and GCI, so for gross commission income and sales volume, and that's about where the market is,
right? Just
about everywhere, really. So we've been paced with the market, and I think we'll talk a little bit, but I think this is very much a transition year, and I'll give you more of my perspective on that in just a couple minutes. Fall through rate, was 21%. Last year was 19%. Statistically, it's kind of the same. Average sales price is up about 4%. That's about right with the market, right? Most of these markets are up between 4 and 6%. Guys did a great job. Income from listings was exactly the same as last year, and this is such a tough listing environment. So two kind of critical factors. Income from listings was the same year over year. And your average commission percent was 2.68% per side, right? Buy side and list side. And it's same thing last year and the same thing this year. And it's funny when you call like something even an accomplishment. I think though you have to call it an accomplishment, considering where we are in the market that we're in and the listing environment, right? And the deep competitive nature for inventory that we've got. So. That was great. And, the other thing is, again, we're at 99% complete customer satisfaction.
That's awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Which is really amazing.
Huge.
So congratulations. And that's on a 30% return rate. So 30% of all of our customers returned and said, hey, 99% of the time we're happy. That's huge. Right. Return rates typically are in the, 5 to 10% range. So anyway, lots of good things in here and lots of things to work on for next year. Let's talk a little bit about what next year will look like. I think generally it will look very similar to this year. The difference is I think it's going to be more familiar. We're in a transition year, and there's a lot of things now that are coexisting in the housing market, but in the economy in general, that typically don't coexist with each other.
Right.
Low interest rates, low inflation, virtually no employment, very low inventory. These are things that typically, and one other thing that's really emerging in the last few months is home ownership affordability is going up. So homes are becoming more affordable, okay, in an environment where you've got constricted inventory is really what you have to call it for what it is. And so affordability is going up because people's wages are going up, interest rates are going down, And appreciation rates are typically only 4 to 6%, no matter where you go. No matter what market you look at in our markets, right? It's typically only 4 to 6%. And so I think this is a transition year where I think we're kind of fully understanding that this is the environment we have. Unless there's something catastrophic, I don't see anything really upending this environment that we've got. And I think it's so fascinating, like when the Feds raised rates, recently, they raised them and they went right back down again because, there's no pressure on the money supply. There's tons of money around. And I think that we're still working through at a macroeconomic level, we're still working through like the economic muscle memory of the history around how economies used to, right, function, and it functions differently now. And I think the other factor too is demographics. You've got really 4 very distinct demographic groups now competing for housing, and I think that kind of bodes well for what the future of the housing cycle is going to be. So I think we're entering into the new normal. I think next year, this being a transition year, I think next year this is going to feel more familiar to us, and we won't be looking around wondering, well, we're going to have a recession, or when's inventory going to improve? Inventory is not going to improve unless you improve it, right? Again, all these factors that kind of are coexisting together really for the first time, and we're really living through the formation of the new normal.
The number I like that we talked about at the managers meeting was the pendings. Now pendings are up, and in the last 3 years, pendings have gone down. This time of year, pendings are actually trending up.
Yeah. If I could, we don't have the graph, but that's an excellent point. Thank you for bringing it up. This is kind of a poor man's graph, right? Typically, right, your pending sales will peak, midsummer, and then start to decline as you get towards the end of the year. The curve now is changed, where you still have the peak in the summer, but now it's kind of flat across, right, to December. And if you look, and our daily pendings still remain unseasonably strong for the world that we used to know.
Right.
I think it's a new world now, and that graph really, I think, we'll see if we can include it in this video.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, when we send this out, but that graph, I think, really did a really great job of demonstrating that we're in a whole different environment. So, okay, how we doing on our 1-in-1 stuff?
How are we looking, Lorraine? Where are we at?
The answers are still coming in, but we're ready for our next question.
Okay, you guys ready for the next question? How exciting. I don't know what it is because I can't see the screen. Vote for your name. We'll show the top 5. Okay, so we're going to show the top 5 as you guys vote. So we have Steps to Success, 2020 Vision, Pump Up the Volume, Going for Gold, and Steps to Stardom. Oh my gosh, Monsieur Magic Makers, all kinds of stuff. You guys have a really big list to choose from, so just keep voting. This is really cool to see what you all like. I like it.
2020 Vision.
2020 Vision
like
seems to
That's
be coming up. Yeah, it is. It's so cool to be able to see it go live like that. Fun. Yay.
Pump up the volume.
Pump
That's
up
too
the
fun.
volume. That one's fun too. All kinds of good ones there. So thank you guys for participating in this. It's been cool. And how long are we going to leave this, Lorraine?
You can just let it run while
Yeah.
Yeah,
we finish up.
we'll let it run while you finish the thoughts. All right.
So do we have any questions? Anybody chat in any questions?
No
No
questions.
So I guess we'll start to wind down then. These years go by faster, and it seems like every year they go by faster and faster. And I hope everybody takes some time just to take a deep breath. Think about what you've accomplished this year, both personally, professionally. And what kind of strikes me, and I was thinking about this the other day, is the good work that you do, we all do as an organization. We have thousands, literally thousands of families celebrating Christmas for the first time in their new homes right now because of the good work you guys have done.
Right. That's true. That's a
Yeah.
great way to look at it.
And that's,
Yeah.
that's really cool. And just be, taking a minute, right, just to have some gratitude around the fact that we were able to do that and know that people will be celebrating, their first holiday season and all that. And helping people navigate the process to get to that new home, to have that celebration this time of year is really quite an accomplishment. So,
Sure.
I'm immensely proud of all the work that everyone does and how we're able to really support and take care of our customers. So I hope all of you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're traveling, travel safe, have fun, and we will see you on the other side. Anything?
That's what I've got too. Have a great holiday, guys. It's been a really fun year, and I'm looking forward to 2020 with you.
Okay. All right. Have fun.
Bye.
Take care.